So either way, I just wanted to touch on that a little bit because they're over here saying like we're extinct and shit. Dude, no we're not. Some of you have been, you have admixture, and some of it's not. It's newer, so you're just as modern European as modern Americans, and that's why I'm calling this also, we're having a problem here because Europe's over there and see, they write their own laws and they think they're going to infringe on our rights here and tell us how we're going to write our laws here too. So Europe's over there and they're promoting gay rights and they're all getting behind it while we're sitting here dealing with child rapists. And they're child rapists are getting more legal protection than your own fucking goddamn children in this country. Okay. And unfortunately for you, rape is happening every 1 to 3 or 4 children. Okay, so whether you're white, black, Caucasian, or Asian, it's happening. Okay, to all of us across the board, not just to me. Okay, so I know why I was exploited. I know why they keep me apart from people I should be with to make room for their little inbreds from Europe that I don't fucking want. And every time I tell them I don't want them, guess what they do? I've been getting horrifically beaten and terrorized since I was a teenager. They're like, this started when I met you. Maybe it was an indicator you should stay the fuck away from me and leave me with the people I belong with. And 2, I ain't trying to come over there and be a faggot with you in Europe. I see what your faggots are here doing. And I'm not even allowed to say faggot. Alright, let me sit here and call you a maggot without the F. I'll call you maggot instead, alright? You're a little white thing with no ears. You like to stick your dick up people's butts. You like to terrorize people. You get away with rape. You're protected here. You have laws that don't get applied to you. You fabricate stories. You pretend like you're helping people. You're constantly a savior, but you're actually the one inflicting the damage. You're the epitome of a priest. Okay? Do you guys still see missions and churches standing that are Catholic? For the most part, right? You know why? Because we knew it was a little fleet coming in from Europe or somewhere else. It wasn't us. Okay? If the Catholic Church had been here for like hundreds and hundreds of years, we weren't having a problem up until this little infestation figured out it could get into us through it. As the Holy Army collapsed in Europe, that they're not Catholic anymore. Okay, they had their own wars. They wanted to leave the Old Testament and they wanted to convert to something new. Let them do it. You see what's happening to the Mormons here? You saw what happened to the Jew? The Jews were actually holding on to the Old Testament. Since you want to throw religion into everything. Okay. So, even the freaking Quran is still the same version of a very Old Testament, and you tried to write it with the New King James Version. You tried to push the New Testament. You tried to push Anglicans or whatever the fuck your bullshit is. I don't give a fuck what you are. Okay, I'm gonna light my candle, I'm gonna burn my incense, and I'm gonna tell you to keep your fucking dick away from my kid. And if you are gonna come at me, regardless of my sex, regardless of my fucking age, regardless of, you wanna call me crazy while you make me fucking crazy here, faggot? And I'm not allowed to call you a fucking faggot. Alright, then be a little maggot. You want me to classify you in a little box with your race and with your features and with your problems? Alright, it's a maggot since we're not allowed to use faggot here. You need to do more than fucking die. I'm actually gonna leave you alive just so I can watch you suffer till death do us part. I'm gonna leave you alive, and I'm only gonna let victims who have been victimized, who are like me, who grew up, know better. Now they just want to see you die because they're sick and tired of taking your shit. And we're not gonna sit here and pray to the feds like the feds ever fucking protect us from rape when they're sitting here protecting and promoting a fucking child rapist, not us. Come on, that's why it's a hate crime. And motherfucker, it's not a hate crime to tell you I don't want your dick up my ass. And I'm not gonna sit here and support you in curating your little story of why you still should get away with it. Do you know how offensive it is to women and why they're fucking angry? Because you'd rather stick your dick up our asses or up a child's ass. Come on, what the fuck is wrong with you delusional fucking sociopathic faggots? This isn't Europe. Stop writing laws here from Europe. Okay? We know you terrorize people out there. We know you terrorize them here. Okay, you can't learn your lesson. It doesn't matter where you go or get to. You get born and you can't shoot very high. So what do you want to call yourself since you don't like being called a faggot? The most violent form of any crime. You know, you don't like being called that. You don't like being identified with what you are. Okay, you genocidal, inflicting fucking faggot from a maggot. Why am I not allowed to say faggot? You can sit here, you can call me a bitch, you can call me a slut, you can sing about how you're gonna fuck me. You know, how you should be my pimp. You know, go on. You protect every fucking form of rape there is while you fail me. And you want to call yourself a man? Show me where the fuck on God's green earth you ever fucking grew a dick on your body that you knew how to use. Because I'm still sitting here watching you play pretend. I want to be allowed to say faggot. Because that's what you are.